I'm reading a pretty cool book. It's Grant Cardone. Actually, I'm listening to it on Amazon Books, whatever it is. It's Grant Cardone's. I think it's called The Survival.
Yep.
Survival.
Yeah. No. Great book.
Really good. Really good. Because in life, I think everything sells. So you need to learn how to sell.
Even in property.
And even if it's not just a product, it might be but it might be selling yourself to someone as a brand. You know, selling your idea to someone, selling an opportunity, anything. So, which is why I started reading that, because everything sells.
I agree. Everything is people. Property business is a people business.
Yeah.
You don't get paid from property. You get paid from people that might live in the property or buy the property. But if you don't know how to communicate with people, then you're not going to get money.
What's the best skill someone could have as a person? You know, like you got communication. You can be a good communicator. You could be good at sales. What do you think maybe the top 3 skills and assets someone should have?
Great question. I think deal analysis is really good. Like being able to analyze a deal and work out the numbers. It's a skill that I had to learn. And I think that's just basic maths. So for instance, in property, what's the rent? What's the value? What's the return on investment going to be? You know, what's the risk? What's that all that deal analysis stuff's really.
And I would have really struggled with that.
Yeah.
But with like the academy training and stuff, that just makes that part a whole lot easier to.
Because it's actually simple.
Yeah.
It's very, very simple.
You just have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you do. You just have to know the formulas. So knowing the formulas.
Yeah.
And everything I teach is all about formulas anyway. So knowing the formulas, I think that's a skill.
Yeah.
Secondly, would be. I would say just more rather than a skill, more of an attitude. I think having an attitude of gratitude, okay, like where you just are grateful and thankful.
Yeah.
I think that will serve you so well, because I mean I'm you know, I run a company with 42 people in it across the boards and the companies. I think if I was like an entitled, you don't want entitled employees, but you also don't want an entitled manager.
Yeah.
And I think if you're like entitled and not grateful, people are going to resent you. And if people resent you, it's a really bad thing. You know, even tenants, you don't want tenants to think that you're a greedy landlord. And just the smallest things, like just sending a Christmas card and saying, I appreciate you as a tenant, you know, give us a shout if it
goes a long way.
It goes a long way.
Yeah.
Costs £1 and you can systemize it and you mean it. But having a heart that is just grateful for your staff and for your tenants and for your colleagues and for your trainers. Same with trainers. Like people that have mentored me, like Simon Zushi, for instance, he sort of started me off in property. He didn't do loads in terms of like, you know, like, but what he did do made it, in his mind, it wasn't a lot, but it meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for his, you know, those few phone calls and things that he helped me with and ideas and those presentations that I heard, you know, so now, even today, even like 10, 12 years later, I'll still be grateful. I'll still honor him. And anyone that's mentored me or helped me, whether it be family, friends, mentors, trainers, you know, I'll always honor them, be grateful for them. And I think it goes a long way. And now, when I've got students, the students that honor me, let's say I help someone and then I see them just do a post of recognition and stuff like that, and they honor me and they're grateful for me, it makes me want to do more. So I'm thinking, oh man, how can I go the extra? And I think that spirit of gratitude and honor and recognition, I think is just so powerful, and ultimately, even selfishly speaking, because you give, but then selfishly speaking, the people that give more get more.
Yeah.
And that's just. I
think there's different ways of looking at like gratitude, because I also know, because I study a lot of Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
And he always says, the reason why the first thing he does in the morning is he does his priming, and part of the priming is thinking of 3 things you're grateful for, and you truly get in the present mode and you feel grateful for them things, and it sets you up for the day. And I was wondering when I was looking at it, why would being grateful first thing in the morning set you up for the day? Because being grateful for these 3 things takes 5 minutes, and then you've got the rest of the day. But this is the thing: you can't be grateful and sad at the same time. So if you live in a world where you're constantly grateful, you can't be sad, because it's completely opposite, and you can't feel 2 things at once, two emotions at once.
So true.
So living in a world where you're grateful all the time, it will eliminate the sadness.
Agree. And people that are ungrateful, and all, you know, and that's why when I see people, you know, on social media or whatever, and they're complaining or they're bitching, I actually feel I almost feel sad, because because I know if people are that miserable,
Yeah.
they're miserable, they're sad people.
Yeah.
So, I totally agree. So that's definitely a big, for me, that's like really important. Being grateful and just having a good attitude, I think will go a really long way. And then thirdly, because you asked me three things, I would say is being able to negotiate a deal. Being able to negotiate a deal. But here's the thing, if you combine those three skills, boom, here's why. You negotiate a good deal. You're a hard negotiator. You know how to negotiate. You know the scripts. You know what to say. But you do it from a position of actually also wanting to help the other person, having a good attitude, and with knowing your numbers.
Yeah.
You just can't not have a massive business when you do those three things.
So would you relate all of them three? Obviously, you've related all of them three things to property.
Yeah.
So to be
That's
successful,
everything.
just in life, they're the three things in life that you think
life.
you'd need.
Marriage, having a business, staff, landlord, whatever. You need to be grateful and have a good attitude. You need to be able to crunch numbers in the deal, and you need to be able to negotiate. Even with family, you need to negotiate. I negotiate with my 2-year-old girl. You have to negotiate.